What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Alright, I think I just lost some of my mind just now out of my left ear. But anyway, what's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing well. I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody out there. I want to thank everyone who likes, shares, subscribes, everybody who comments, of course, and everybody who hits that notification bell like pow! And guys, the Cassian Andor Star Wars TV show. Cassian Andor. I never talked about this, when the news broke because I was busy doing other things. But Cassian Andor is that dude, right? He's like that dude who was like peeking at the camera at the moment the planet blew up at the end of Rogue One, right? That's the guy that we're talking about, Cassian Andor. He's the guy who's probably the most freaking boring, non-engaging character in the history of Star Wars, right? That guy, right? Anyway, there's some news, if anybody out there cares, about the Cassian Andor TV show, the Star Wars TV show. I guess they'll just slap Star Wars on anything now. It reminds me of Run DMC back in the day when he says, go Calvin Klein, no friend of mine, don't want nobody's name on my behind. It's like they're putting Star Wars' name on just everybody's ass at this point. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this so-called news, right? As if anybody gives up. And it says here, this is on io9.gizmodo.com again. Yay! How did Kermit the Frog used to do it? Yay! All right, so here it is. Here's the story. The Cassian Andor Star Wars show has found its showrunner, hiding under a rock. And this is by Jermaine Lossier. Oh, Jermaine. And where is it? It's found its showrunner, and he knows a thing or two about good spy shows. Deadline reports that Stephen Schiff has been tapped to executive producer and showrun the upcoming Cassian Andor Star Wars TV show for Disney. Schiff. I love that name. There's got to be something. For some reason, it feels like there's something dirty I can turn this into. Schiff. Give me some time. Schiff. This morning, I had a shiffy. Every now and then, at the crack of dawn, I'll wake up and I'll have a raging, throbbing shiffy. I'm sorry, guys. Deadline reports that Stephen Schiff has been tapped to executive producer and showrun the upcoming Cassian Andor Star Wars TV show for Disney. Schiff spent the last several years as a writer and executive producer on FX, The Americans, which was about a husband and wife posing as Americans, hence the title, The Americans, but who are really Russian spies. No, I'm not going to say it. Many consider The Americans to be the best show on TV before it ended this year. So Schiff seems like a strong choice to lead a show that will once again be about espionage and spying. Just this time in a galaxy far, far away. Yes, you always have to work that galaxy far, far away in there just so people remember that we're talking about Star Wars, because these days it's kind of hard to identify. Still, you can't help but scratch your head a little bit at the fact that Lucasfilm has once again hired a white man to shepherd a Star Wars project. Oh! Dun, dun, dun. White man. Which is not a knock on Schiff. J.J. Abrams, Jon Favreau, Rian Johnson, D.B. Weiss, and David Benioff, Dave Filoni, or even never confirmed guys like Stephen Daldry or James Mangold, the most macho name in the history of mankind, James Jim Mangold. Yeah. That's right up there with Magnum PI. Have you seen who's passing himself off as Magnum PI these days? Have you seen the reimagining of Magnum PI? It's that dude, right? It's Jay Hernandez. Come on, man. He doesn't even have a mustache. It's like when I hear about Magnum P.I., I want to see Tom Selleck, man, in all of his glory with the porn stash and everything, in the Hawaiian shirt. But that's not what we're getting. This Jake Magnum is what we're getting. All right, these are all insanely talented people. Certainly people worthy of Star Wars, and with Favreau's show, The Mandalorian, the directors selected are incredibly diverse, which is a nice step in the right direction. But time and time again, Lucasfilm, a company predominantly run by women, has only hired white men to make content. Well, if it's predominantly run by women, well, what are you complaining about? It seems to me we're talking about balance. We're bringing balance to the force, right? If you have women running the show, which is what everybody seems to want these days, why wouldn't they have the power, or why wouldn't you trust them to have the wisdom to hire who would be best suited for the job, whether it be a man, woman, white, black, or otherwise? I don't see where there's an issue. But of course, even if there's no issue, you have to make it an issue. Because if it's one thing that we're manufacturing more than anything else in America these days, it's butthurt, wanna be offended people. We got those things on the conveyor belt, like Lucy eating those chocolates. You know what I mean? Just here comes another one. Here comes another offended person. Here comes another offended person. Oh, there's a butthurt one. You know, it's just, there's no getting around it, man. It's just getting out of control. It's almost comical at this point. Anyway, to back off of the soapbox a bit, no matter who the showrunner is, it's possible we're even more excited for the potential of a Cassian Andor show. Excited and Cassian Andor is not two things I would expect to see in the same sentence. I'm sorry, this dude to me, plus, you know, when you throw in the fact that the dude is quite dead at this moment in our collective consciousness, why would you go on to make a show about this guy? See, this is what's going on with Disney Lucasfilm. This is the problem with them. They don't want to commit to an open world story that's happening and unfolding now. You know what I mean? Or, you know, now in terms of present, like the latest is what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Disney they want to keep going into the past. They want to keep telling stories of people who have already lived and died. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why don't you create a new legend? Are you not capable of doing that? I don't think you are. It doesn't seem like it. It's possible we're even more excited for the potential of a Cassian Andor show than The Mandalorian, and that's saying something. Seeing the early days of the rebellion from a character like Cassian, hopefully with K2SO by his side, is going to be awesome! So the fact that there's finally a captain at the helm and the writers have begun to be hired just means it's going to be here that much sooner. To read more about Cassian, don't ask me because I'm not promoting that bullshit. So anyway, that's the end of that article. And there it is, guys. You know, I just wanted to kind of like put it out there because I never did get to share my feelings like on how I feel about this whole Cassian Andor fiasco, bound to be a fiasco. This is a dark, dark time in Star Wars history. You know, I'm sorry. It's like I hate to be pessimistic about that, but I just don't see a whole lot to feel excited about. Even the return of Clone Wars, you know, because I just don't trust Disney Lucasfilm. I just don't. So, I don't know, guys. There it is. Cassian Andor's little standalone offshoot TV show. you know, maybe it'll be a variety show because they really haven't gotten into exactly what it is. Maybe it's just going to be Cassian Andor comes out and dances, or Cassian Andor comes out and sings. You know, maybe it'll be just, you know, I don't know, some type of slapstick bullshit. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But anyway, guys, are you excited about the Cassian Andor show? Are you? Let me know in the comment section, and I will get back to you on the next one. That's it for now, guys. I am the Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.